Volume down. Dun, 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 dun. That's the intro. Here we are live on Facebook. How y'all doing? I'm juggling things. That's how I'm doing. This experience we're having today, this live experience, it turns out, is plan B. So I tried to shoot this thing, filming it to my hard drive. Not happening. So we're doing it live. You get to see this thing live and in action, as all good magic should be. A couple things to note. I'm trying some new things in the studio. I've moved some things around the camera here, which is, hey, new lens. We've upgraded to the Sigma 16. So that's happening here for your viewing pleasure to see all the, well, you know, all the beautiful colors of baseboards. Thanks for showing up for this. Today's topic and session is focused on ace magic that's accessible to the beginner. And in particular, what I wanted to do today was construct a routine and perform it as such so that a novice or a beginner can see how you could chain a few easy tricks together, make them work for you. These are all strong pieces that I've been doing really my entire life. You can take any one of them and put them in your repertoire, or do what I advocate today and use them all together as a routine. So I see no reason to dilly-dally. Let's get started. Did I forget to say greetings and salutations, kindred spirits? I think I did, but there, we said it and everyone's here. Before I do the ace tricks, I think it's important we get the selected card trick out of the way, and I'll just grab one at random here. Yeah, if you haven't heard, the council's requested we do at least one pick a card trick in every performance. So there's the card, and yeah, I can see it, but that's okay. I'm not actually going to look for the card. I'm going to use a magic move. Here it is. One magic move to find one card. There you. That's the move. You know what that does? You should by now. It hurts my finger. It hurts my finger. It also activates one card. Look, one card turns over in the five of hearts. So yeah, that's fine. I didn't say it would be the selection. I just said one card would turn over in the deck. There it is, the five of hearts. It's actually my indicator card, the five. It indicates I messed up. Or perhaps this. It's a five. Let's go for it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Five. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. And that is the selected two of spades. Hey, not a bad way to start the 4 ace segment off with a successful card trick. There's the 4 aces that we'll need. That's the hard part, finding those things. But that's your inaugural effect. A little ditty known as Fantastic Five. And let me note as I go through these things at the end of this performance, I'll tell you a little bit about how to learn each one of these, a little more information. But let's continue the demonstration. And I suggest this. I suggest that maybe it's too much to watch. I mean, I've got 52 cards, the aces. I talk a lot. I'm moving quick. It's a lot to follow. Let's simplify it. I'll just put a few cards on each of the aces. Now, this trick is so easy. You could actually have your friend do this. You could have your friend pile them up, and then you mix up the packet is what you do. You give it some cuts. You could do this all day. Sometimes I do, but I have no social life. So just don't give it triple cuts. You don't want to give it 3 cuts like this unless you're doing the JOC false cut. So do that as much as you want until you're satisfied the pile is mixed up, and then you'll deal them back out. Now, what you as the magician will be able to do is control the aces all into the same packet. And I can teach you how to make your spectator choose which packet they arrive in. And if I'm not mistaken, it's this one right here. So that's all 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. And this is the easy ace assembly. So this is an easy way to have 4 aces congress together, and no skill, easy to do. Lastly, we'll talk about this, because I think if we could eliminate all of the cards, just the 4 aces, it would be a little easier to watch everything. So we'll just do that. No deck, no extra cards, 4 aces, 2 hands, your 4 eyes. And I can make it simpler than that. You can just focus on one of the cards. So we'll use the ace of spades, which is traditionally the most important card of the deck. focus on that one and tell me this. That's the clubs. Tell me if you think the ace of spades is on the top or the bottom. Now, some will say top, some will say bottom. Almost nobody says the left hand. Yeah, those are the red ones over here. That makes this a winner every time. Yeah, those are the black ones. That's the old switcheroo. And that is Doc Daly's last trick, one of my all-time favorite tricks. And that is the conclusion of the easy ace routine. Now, I am going to talk about one more thing that you can do to make ace tricks easy. And hey, let's just do that now. I'll talk about this thing next, and then we'll talk about the easy ace sequence as well. And as I'm performing this, I am looking at the chat, and I see that YouTube is suggesting that they're having trouble connecting to the chat, and I'm just going to continue to plug away here. Chat, I'm sorry if we're not able to communicate, but this live is intended to be a kind of a learning experience where I just explain some things and perform some things. So I'm just going to keep rolling. That's what I do. I just roll with the punches. This is the thing that makes what looks like sleight of hand easy. And maybe I'll do it and then we'll talk about it. So it looks like a deck of cards. It's not, but it looks like it is. I forgot which camera I am. They're all there. They're all different. You can play cards with this deck. That means you can cheat cards with this deck. And I don't advocate that. You can. I'm just going to do a 4-ace trick. I'm going to try and find the 4 aces. Now, there's one of them. Let me shuffle that thing in there. There's another one. I'm keeping count if you are. I'm counting where each one is. And I can find all 4 now with just one cut. I'm going to make that cut dead center, which is 26. And you know that if you do this procedure. If you put all the red cards on one side, all the black cards on the other side. So that's all the black ones. That way you know it's 26. Yeah, that's all the red ones. Then that way you know it's 26, except for 2 red cards in the black side, le rouge, and 2 black cards, le noir, in the red side. That's the mystery of the 4 aces, seemingly a skilled sleight of hand trick, but this is actually a trick deck. The jig is up. I flashed it earlier if you didn't see it. This is, let's go here. It's a better camera. This is a stripper deck, which are now cut right out of the bicycle. You know what? If you want to know what it is, you could go to my website and look at the tutorial. I don't mind. Go take a look. There's the password. It'll tell you exactly what it is. If you need to know the website, there it is, conjure.com. Here's your advertisement. That was a stripper deck. So that was a trick deck of cards used to convey the appearance of skill. Now, let's just brush over that capitalism and talk about the other tricks I performed. I made a little list, and I'm going to put the list up here so that you can refer to what I did today, because what I did was put links in the description below. So there's a link to the Fantastic Five. This is the trick I did where we picked a card, one turned over, we found the selection, and then the 4 aces. This is a wonderful beginner's trick. I highly recommend it on its own, but it's a great opener to a sequence because it is a setup trick. You have to stack the deck, so it's a good one to start with, right? Now, once the deck is unstacked, you need a routine that maybe doesn't matter, and this is where we bring in that easy ace assembly. Again, the routine is described. They're each in a separate tutorial linked below. A couple of these have been on conjure.com, my website there. I have a curated classroom where these lessons have been available. They haven't been exposed on YouTube, so these are not widespread tutorials. They're just, they're unlisted. That includes the Doc Daly, which is one of my all-time favorite tricks. Doc Daly's last trick. And that is also in the description below. Note that will take a little sleight of hand, a little practice, but I think I was able to convey a simple method that is attainable to a beginner with just the most rudimentary of sleight of hand. And as I note on this tutorial for Doc Daly's, I learned this trick when I was 12 or 13. So it's accessible by a child. And if you learn it, it'll serve you your whole life. Like I said, I still do it all the time. So That's the list of the tricks that you saw. You saw how I chained them together. That's the roustining that maybe you should work on. Maybe find your own point of view. My point of view here was, well, it's confusing. It's a lot to watch. Let's not use the whole deck. Let's use 16. Oh, that's confusing. Let's not use the whole deck. Let's just use the 4 aces. And from there, maybe you get even less confusing and do a trick with 1 card. What would that be? You'll have to figure that out for yourself. You've learned all you're going to learn from me today, so I'm going to quit babbling now, leave a little short tutorial moment up for Kindred Spirits. I hope you guys have enjoyed the time we've had today. I do apologize for the chat disruption. Don't know why we can't chat, but I'll try and figure that out for next time. That's going to be a wrap, guys. Thank you for your time and your energy. I do appreciate it. Ciao for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.